Every corner's got a story to tell. From the first hello to the last farewell. Welcome to the shop. Come in and stay, where the world feels a little brighter today. Take a look around, let your worries drop. You belong right here. Welcome to the shop. Yeah.
What up, what up? Welcome back to the NT Shop. I am your host, Antonio. Today I want to talk a little bit about boundaries. Because today, we seem to have none. And not all people, but I wouldn't even say the masses. It's a lot of people don't have boundaries today. And it's a problem because you don't know how to some people go over people's boundaries thinking that they welcome to do that when that's not your job, man. You gotta let people invite you in to certain situations, and some people get checked for stuff like that. That's what they used to back in the day when we was growing up. Folks learned boundaries real fast back, back when it was when people were a little more responsible, had a little more dignity, and it wasn't a bad thing because you knew how far you can go with people. And see, today, because those lines have been blurred, and I think they're blurred on purpose. Like I said, you have 2 decades that I can recall. I wasn't here on the first decade, which was in the 60s. But them 60s, it really changed a lot. You know what I'm saying? As far as the human race go. I think everything kind of, after the 60s, everything kind of started. That's the start of the decline, if you just want to be honest and frank about it. But I think the 90s were parallel with it as well. And, after they took it upon themselves to feminize men in the 90s, because they said stuff like men need to get more in touch with their feminine side. I didn't agree with that. And I was a teenager when they said that. And when you do stuff like that, disrupting the patriarchy order, which is biblical, that's why God had set it out. So you can try to shoot the messenger all you want, but I didn't write it. I'm just here to follow it. And it's pretty self-explanatory. When you have the patriarchy in order, come on, there you go. Boundaries are set. Don't get me wrong, sometimes they get a little laxed and people, dad might let you get away with a few things. But when we was growing up, even when we weren't around our parents, we still knew how far we could and couldn't go because we weren't finna embarrass them and wasn't finna let them come embarrass us in public, because whatever you did to embarrass them, trust me, they did it triple the time that you did it. Like, made you, hey, embarrassed. Come on, y'all know y'all heard the stories about how mamas used to come to the schools and in the wigs and what's that, bath robes and come on, curlers in the hair. Like, trust me, if you tried to embarrass your parents back in the day, yeah, right, you wouldn't do that no more. And kids laugh, but they knew that your parents didn't play. And like I said, that's because the patriarchy. He had man at the top. And I know y'all gonna feel some kind of way because I'm talking about the patriarchy. But like I said, hey, that's God's order, not mine. You feel me? And I am a believer in my Lord as king. You know what I'm saying? It's room over here for all of us. You know what I'm saying? But some motherfuckers you gotta walk their own path. And I pray you come on this side, because like I said, he died for you too. And don't get it twisted. Like, we all can enjoy this. Because the debt already been paid. So you just gotta follow in line. Like, we're trying to reinvent the wheel, for lack of a better word. So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Let's get into some video.
Your boundaries have to be stronger than your empathy. I'm going to say that again. Your boundaries have to be stronger than your empathy. And I know that sounds cold. I know it does, but hear me out. Because some of us are so full of love, so full of understanding. We keep letting people cross lines that we swore we would never let them cross again, and feel their pain, and we make it our problem. We see their struggle, and we sacrifice our peace over and over again, and we call it love. But is it? Or is it a mindset that you convince yourself that your worth is tied to how much you give? A fear of losing someone who was never really there protecting you anyway. That's not love. That's a pattern. It's a mindset pattern that can be broken. Empathy without boundaries isn't kindness. It is self-abandonment dressed up in a cape. You can understand someone's story and still not allow it to become your burden. You can love someone deeply and still say, this is how far we go. That's not cold. That's not cruel. That's a mindset shift that will change your life. That is finally you deciding your peace deserves the same protection that you've been giving everybody else. So tell me in the comments, have you ever lost your peace because you were allowing people to cross boundaries? Just because empathy is your gift, don't let it become the thing that keeps you stuck.
Hey, I totally agree with him. Because you got a lot of people today that just because they have people that would, that has empathy or can feel a lot for others, that, a lot of people like to take advantage of that. I mean, they see that kindness as a weakness. And that's what a lot of people do today. And that's really dishonest. It's sad. It's not right. You know what I'm saying? Because if people have the empathy to actually, help you at your lowest time, why would you try to take advantage of that? But then that's how some people are. Because like I said, go back to boundaries. They try to play on your emotions so they can, most of them are just like, they want to try to get everything they can out of people. And it really don't matter who they screw over. And I wish people wasn't like that, but hey, that's the life we living in. And then, that don't mean it can't be changed, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like you can't unlearn what you already know, but you can always teach new. And if enough people see the new, hey, that only help society, you know what I'm saying? Because we can change the mind the way we think, because we got here a little bit at a time of wrongdoing, meaning if we do a little bit at a time of right doing, trust me, we can get back to where we need to be. And it's not like impossible, you know what I'm saying? But this is what people do. Because I have a big heart, you know what I'm saying? I care more about folks or, other people than I do myself. And anybody who know me, well, can attest to that. I know I'm always good because I'm a glass half full type of person. And I just, I know God got me, man. And I truly know that because I done been through so much and I'm still here kicking, you know what I'm saying? Because what don't kill you make you stronger. These is some of the quotes we were brought up on. And they rang so true and they still resonate today. So, and that's why I think we need to get back to, because, when they took like disciplined kids and stuff out of parents' hand, with some parents fell for it, some didn't. Because I know mine get out of line. Trust me. Spare the rod, spoil the child. You know what I'm saying? I believe in that word. And, hey, end of the day, your soul got to leave here. And you got to answer to somebody. And I ain't just worried about y'all. You hear me? Because y'all don't hold eternity. You feel me? Now we can, doing this little journey, this little life, experience, we can try to do it right together, but I'm not going to let you condemn me for eternity. I'm sorry. Like, this is how that is. And let's get into some more video.
This is for the person over 40 who feels guilty every single time they say no. Save this one. Someone asks you for something, you don't want to do it. You know you shouldn't do it, but you say yes anyway. Because the guilt of saying no feels worse than the cost of saying yes. I've lived inside that feeling for years. Saying yes to things that drain me, saying yes to people who took advantage of it, saying yes to keep the peace while my own peace disappeared. But here's what guilt about boundaries actually means. It means someone taught you that your needs matter less than theirs. That's not truth, that's conditioning. And you can unlearn it. Saying no is not selfish. Saying no is self-respect in action. Every no that you give to something that drains you is a yes to something that matters. Your time matters. Your energy matters. Your peace matters. Start protecting them like they do. Drop a 100 if you felt guilty saying no. And hit that follow button because I'm just getting started.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, again, people will try to guilt you, you know what I'm saying, out of your peace, like your empathy. Like, you know, they know you kind-hearted, so a lot of folk will play on it. And if you allow them to play on it, trust me, they will take advantage. That's how some people are. I'm not saying all people are that way, but you have to, like right now, what I'm going through right now, I'm actually being selfish. Not in a vindictive or mean way. I'm actually working on myself so that I can be selfless, because I told you I care about people. I put my wife, my kids, my brothers, sisters, cousins. Like, I put everybody before myself because, like I told you, I'm, you know, a child of God. I'm good. I know He got me, and I ain't worried about myself. I know I get a thrill out of just helping folks, man. Like, if you knew who my parents were, you'll understand why I'm this way, especially my mom. Like, my dad was my dude was a good, stern, no nonsense type of person, man. You know what I'm saying? God rest his soul. And coolest dude you ever want to meet, but you ain't want to cross him over. You know what I'm saying? Like, he knew a lot of stuff. My dad was like a hero to me. I miss him so much every day. But I honor him by modeling what he taught me. Him and my mom, you know what I'm saying? My dad died in 12, my mom died in 19. And, you know, it is what it is because it's part of life. But, you know, sometimes I feel, I ain't gonna say guilty, but I feel they raised me and my brother and sister so well to where we all right without them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I miss them every day. But, you know, I see them again someday. You feel me? But they raised me this well to where I can stand on my own. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I remember them. You feel me? And that's how I keep them in my heart near and dear, because everything they raised me or put me through growing up to be the man I am today, you know what I'm saying? They did their job. And I can only pray that I'm doing the same with my kids. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what the ENT stand for on my shirt. My dad's name was Eli. My own name was Tony. You know what I'm saying? The ENT shop. So, this what this is, man. And like he said, don't let folk guilt trip you out of being selfish, man. You know what I'm saying? Because now you have selfish folk that do selfish things for like vindictive ways, or you have folks that being selfish because they want to protect them. Because it's okay to give a person your last, but you know, if you really have something that you need to do, you can't think about yourself, and that's not no reason to feel guilty for thinking about you. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to look out for numero uno, and how you say it. Like, you gotta look out for yourself, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are very vindictive, man, and I hate that people done got this way, because folk didn't used to be this way. All enough to say, I remember when people were more kind and patient and, you know, dignified, and man, we missing it so much today, and we need to get back to that, because I'm just saying, there was some good times, man, and I miss them every day. Cause like where we at now, it's pitiful out here. No boundaries, everybody just flying off a whim. It's all about your feelings, like how you feel. That's Lord, like we don't my truth, your truth. Like we can't even agree on the truth no more. That's crazy out here. But that don't mean that we all the way, you know, that don't mean we cooked, as they love to say. Like we still got a chance. And I believed it. And I know Like I said, all we gotta do is turn back to the source, man, the Almighty. You know what I'm saying? God got us. Maybe He already done paid that. He already paid that cost. Like, so ain't nothing to worry about. But you do need to follow His way of living. Like, and it's not hard, dude. Like, the older I get, the more simpler it get to live that way. I mean, it's intriguing. You know what I'm saying? To know if you truly follow His words, like, man, the possibilities that open up are endless. You know what I'm saying? Because you're a child, like I said, at church they were saying today, He's the head, we the body. He the head, we the body. I'm saying He done left a path for you to be great. But you just gotta walk, man. I told you the other day. Everybody want to get to the destination. Don't nobody want to, you know what I'm saying, take that journey. But let's get to some more video.
You know what? I'm just gonna call the police. If I don't like it, I'm gonna call the police. And you know what? I don't like it.
Today, something happened that honestly shook me. We were doing free lawn care for a veteran's widow who's been living alone for years. She told us she used to take care of everything herself, but after her husband passed, her health went downhill and the yard became too much. She said no one had offered to help her in a long time. While we were mowing, her next-door neighbor came storming out of her house yelling, "Stop what you're doing right now." We tried to ask what the problem was, but she wouldn't even tell us her name. She just kept shouting, "Get off that property. I don't want anyone touching it." The widow quietly told us this neighbor has been trying to pressure her into selling her home ever since her husband died. Every time someone tries to help her, the neighbor comes out and scares them away. But we weren't leaving. Not this time. As we kept working, the neighbor pulled out her phone and said she was calling the police for trespassing. Imagine that, doing free lawn care for a widow in America, and someone calls the cops on you. The widow stood on her porch watching us, hands shaking, whispering thank you over and over. When we finished, she said it was the first time in years she felt like someone actually cared. This isn't just about mowing grass. It's about seniors in the United States who are forgotten, isolated, and pushed around because they don't have anyone left to stand up for them. If you want me to keep helping people like her, make sure you follow and share this video. Your support is the only reason I can keep doing this work. Comment part 2 if you want to know what happened when the police arrived, and tell me which U.S. city you're watching from.
That's crazy. Crazy. But, like I tell you where we at. The lack of boundaries. Let's think about this. A widow, older lady, you know what I'm saying, elderly lady, that can't do the work because her husband passed away. And here you got the men that go neighborhood to neighborhood out of the kindness of their heart, you know what I'm saying, putting in this work for free. And you got a neighbor near, I don't know if she across the street, next door, whatever, bitter, you know what I'm saying, don't want them folk to do the work, like actually have an attitude, like talking about threatening to call the police because these guys over here doing good work, good free work labeled for a lady who's not even able to do the work. I said it in my last video, I'm gonna say it in this one. We're in a sad state. We need to turn back to Him. You feel that? I don't think gonna fix it all. Look, think about that. How deranged does a person have to be to like have an issue with this? And I've seen many videos like this, and it's crazy for folks to act like that. Like, but you have to think almost, what is her motive? Like, why does she have a problem with them cleaning up this property? Because this is an older lady. It could be possible that, you know, this lady might want this property. You know what I'm saying? She wanted to look, you know, ran down and rough. You know what I'm saying? Like, she probably want to try to steal the property from the older lady. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only thing I can see. Why would she have a problem with them cleaning it up? Because if she, you know, if it's cleaned up, you know what I'm saying, she have a, like, her chance to decline on, like, you know, the code enforcement coming out to, you know, find the lady, find her so much to where she actually get kicked out the home or something like that. I don't know, you know what I'm saying, but I just know her motive is off. You know what I'm saying? This is good work, man, and I hate to see it, but I love what the work that these men doing. You know what I'm saying? And we need more guys like this. I mean, and I get why they doing it. Yeah, I know how they doing it, but we need more men like this. Like, you know, I don't do it myself, but I keep my own yard straight, and all my neighbors around me, they keep theirs straight. Like, it's a it's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? When the yard and the neighbors all kind of keep the area looking good together. But like I said, this is an older lady who can't do the work, and this woman got a problem with it. Man, think about that. Patriarchy is biblical. I keep trying to tell y'all. Okay, I think I got one more video. Let me see here.
I think it's weird how people trip on your reaction to what they did to you. They do something harmful, disrespectful, or violates a crazy boundary, and then trip on you about what you do in response to them. Well, you ain't got to take it that far, and you didn't have to say that, and you didn't have to do that. Shut up! Not only have you not taken responsibility for your part that led to what I did as a reaction, I could have did worse, and it would have never happened if you didn't start this. My mama taught me, don't start nothing, won't be nothing. If you don't want it to be nothing, don't start nothing. It's almost like the golden rule. If you don't want a problem like that, don't start a problem like that. If you don't want a problem with them, don't start a problem with them. Don't start a problem with them and then be mad that they got a problem with you. I don't know why it's so hard to, am I tripping? I think it's weird how people trip on your...
Nah, you ain't tripping, my boy. I'm saying, like I said, old rules might still work today. That's what they mean by reinventing the wheel. You don't have to do that. Like, if it's already working, like, you don't fix what's already, I mean, you can't fix what, you can't fix something that wasn't broken. That's it. You can't fix what ain't broke. You know what I'm saying? Like, people keep trying to change the rules. Then, okay, it's okay if you want to change the rules, make it a little better, but they change them for the worse. And I just don't get it. Like, and then, like I said, folk cross boundaries, overstep a boundary. You react to that boundary. Then they try to deflect like, they try to deflect like you doing them wrong. When it's really psychotic if you ask about it, because like they overstep, you react, and then they have a problem with your reaction. How does that work? Somebody make that make sense. Like, I be telling folks this all the time. You wouldn't hear my mouth if you don't, like he said, overstep. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is an old saying, don't start no, won't be no. Anybody know? These are old songs. Like, we done got away from that. Like I said, keep trying to reinvent the wheel. And then nobody asked for that. You know what I'm saying? And that's the crazy part, because, you know, we can add to the foundation. The foundation already been laid. World as we know it has been around for, what, thousands, if not tens of thousands of years? I'm just saying, with people. Like, so, man, these folks today is just, but I think they're getting away from the norm because it makes too much sense. That's how they can usher in, you know, all the delusion. Because, like, you know, God is about building. God is about, you know, come on now, he built this on in six days. Rest on the seventh, you feel me? And but Satan can't build. He cannot build. All he can do is seek and destroy. So I feel like all the ones who are trying to seek and destroy, you know whose side he on, or she. You know what I'm saying? Because it's only two races on this earth: God race and the other race. Let me tell you, Satan race, whatever, devil race. But I'm saying, I know I'm on God's side, and it's not like, ain't no way of putting that. You feel me? So, this was a good video. You know what I'm saying? We need to work on ourselves. Like I told you, there's only one person that you can control in this world, and that's you. Quit trying to control other folks, and like, understand boundaries are real. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to have boundaries, because sometimes you need time to yourself. I ain't talking for no healing. I'm just talking you need time to yourself. Even if you're married, like, you know, the whole house be for the woman. Most men have a man cave just so he can, you know, have some time to self-reflect, because most men, all we want is peace anyway. You know what I'm saying? And boundaries are good. Like, respect people's boundaries, because you want somebody to respect yours. So you have to be able to You know, give it as much, or, you know, give what you want, you know what I'm saying? Give to people what you want in return, like for real. And that's boundaries. Like, ain't nothing wrong with that. Quit trying to be all in your feelings and grow up. That's what we need to do. Grow up. There's too many children out here. Plain and simple. I remember when we were kids, we used to want to be grown. Now that we are grown, you got too many folks want to be kids. Like, it's a weird state we're in right now. But I believe, like I said, I'm always glass half full, so I'm optimistic at all times. And I believe, I do believe that, you know, we have a way out. Well, I know I'm good on my end. I'm just praying for y'all. So, but I believe in y'all though. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I believe in y'all. And you know, this your boy Antonio. You know what I'm saying? It's the NT Shop. Thank you for stopping by. You know what I'm saying? Go on, smash that like button. Please share the video. And like I said, comment so I can read some of these comments. I want to hear what y'all got to say about this, because we need boundaries. And it's time to get better. And growth, like I keep telling y'all, growth is not a bad thing. You feel me? Like, let's grow, man. Come on. Stop playing around. Men, stand up. Let's be men. Women, get back to being women, man. Like, I got a video I'm gonna touch on that, but not right now. Let's do that another time. But to the end, man, we out. You feel me? Holla.
From the first hello to the last farewell, welcome to the shop. Come on in and stay, where the world feels a little brighter today. Take a look around, let your worries drop. You belong right here. Welcome to the shop.